particular investment has been done in this particular financial year 10-11. The next string is a purchases step. Step T is aligned him or her accommodation, which was rupees 20,000, and the employee is paying only 2,000 in the year 2010, and the total taxable purchases becomes 18,000, and in the which section this purchase is under 17.2 or 17.3. And what will be the type? Is it arrear type or normal type? If I say it's the normal type. On the next step of taxation, this is salary. This is where we define that this particular month, for this particular number of months, this much will be the salary. You may notice a message below. The total number of months salary plus process should not be greater than 12. Here we have already processed the 5 months salary for this particular employee, and we are trying to update this particular master with month of 9. It is not possible. It must be a 7, and we should tab it out. And now it has calculated certain things. On the right side of this screen, you may notice certain previous employment records. What salary she or he has got from the previous employment if a person is joining us in between of a financial year. We have to maintain these details to calculate the income tax of that particular employee. What salary he or she has got from previous employment, what TDS already deducted, what PF already deducted, what PF he or she submitted, or what is the professional tax. As soon as we calculate, the income system calculates certain things and the total income under such salary comes up. On the income details tab, this is automatic tab. I will show you how. This was the salary for the month. Here, if there is a loss or income from some other house property, we can maintain it as here. This is 20,000 rupees. If there is a profit or loss from business or a profession, if there is a capital gain, if there are other resources, there is a loss or income claimed under section 732 or some other deductions if we want to maintain. Please make a note, if this is a profit, we have to maintain it in positive figure, and if this is a loss, we have to maintain it in a negative figure. As soon as we press this button calculate, the system calculates certain things. We can check that now gross total income is rupees this. Less deductions under chapter 6A, we can check. Previous employer's PF is 0. Previous employer's PF, which is 0. The actual PF is 8,820. The PF processed, which we have processed for the 5 months, is this much. And certain other investment under section 80C is 50,000 that we have declared there. This is the deduction which comes under chapter 6A. Basically the rebate we are getting on income tax under section 80C or some other sections we maintain there. It's showing me certain information here. The total taxable income will be this much. The claim reimbursement, which is a part of salary, is 1,000 rupees, which she has claimed and we disbursed. The disbursements other than salary are 0. The net taxable income will become this much. On the right side of the screen, the system is showing me that total TDS on net taxable income comes to this much, and the total TDS already deducted during the process of 5 months salary is this much. Tax deducted through salary process is 527 rupees. And the net taxable payroll, please make a note that system is creating a scheduler here. The showing the message that TDS amount has been changed in tax scheduler. Yes, it might be. So here we think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months salary has been processed and the tax has been deducted. When we process the September month salary, this much amount will be deducted as a income tax from his or her salary. He says as such. Please make a note that we can calculate this particular tax amount manually too. If we would not like to, the system will calculate. The only thing we have to do is we have to tick manual on this particular checkbox and give the calculation to system, and system will deduct the taxes as applicable. System is flexible enough to deduct the taxes as you want. If you want it to deduct according to the scheduler, it can be done, and if you want the manual TDS calculation, you can do it too. I am operating this particular master. The next string is process salary. If we have punched the attendance, we can process the salary too. And to the month of August, if I save and selected a branch, demo, for the year 1011, there are two sections. So basically, save data and create JV. Before creating a JV, we have to save the data first. I'm processing it. The state where system is telling us that to whom you have to pay how much on the basis of that, and then we have processed. I show you that for the month of, if we want to create a JV, we can. I would first process the attendance for the month of September. I already have processed JV for the August month. 0910 employee ID 7. I'm simply processing the attendance without any changes. Same. Okay. Now I can process the salary for the month of September. I'm saving the data first. Please note that if the data is in save state, we can make changes to the system, and if once we have created the JV, we cannot make any changes to the salary. This is what we can notice for the employee ID 7, that the payable days for the month of September is 30. Total reimbursement, she or he claimed nothing. Total loan, as I show you in the scheduler, that this much needs to be deducted from his or her salary when we process the salary for the month of September. The net earnings would be this much. The basic is this, HRA is this, conveyance is this, overtime is nothing. Net deductions. The education cess is this much, higher education cess is this much, personal loan we deducted 2,000 rupees, CF we deducted 1,260 rupees, and the TDS is 283 rupees. We can process this. Salary has been processed into the save mode. We can create a JV2 for the processed salary. If I say by selecting this, generate JV, system will generate a JV. You can notice a remark here, the salary has been processed for September. Please check general voucher. This is. I'll show you the general voucher too. I'm going to financials and general voucher. We can check the last record. This was this this particular salary process. The basic salary account is debited, conveyance allowance debited, HRA account debited, the loans account gets credited, TDS payable, the salary account credited, the EPS contribution employee account credited, and salary expenses payable account gets credited. We can post this general voucher if this is correct. I am posting this voucher and this will affect my financial books. Now, get edit. Again, I will come to payroll. To the next thing, which is claim reimbursement. From here, a person claims a reimbursement. If select this particular employee for the month of September, she is claiming the amount of rupees 2,000 for his conveyance reimbursement, and I am paying this 2,000 for nothing is exempted in this particular case. We are showing you that this much he can get claim his or her reimbursement actually. What is payable, what is not payable. And through this particular flexion, we can disperse the claim. If there is something that is not come, that there is no data for a month of August. Leave encashment. If person is claiming some leave encashment, we can disperse from here. Gratuity disbursement, as per the norms after the calculation of calculating the gratuity, it is basically after 5 years of joining, we can disperse the gratuity amounts to. Full and final settlement, I will come up later on this particular screen. Print salary slip. This is all we can get from system as a salary slip. If I say for this particular employee, show me the salary slip, we can get it from system for the month of September that we processed. Okay. This will be the salary slip for this particular employee with the details of like the designation, what is the PS account number, wages period, location, and the earnings and the reductions too with his or her bank account number. We can take this report out from the system on the basis of these selection criteria. We can get it out from department wise. It could be branches wise. It could be double salary slip per page. It could be a single salary slip per page. So show other amounts. If we are discussing some other amounts, you show this particular on this print salary slip or not. Certain things we can get out. I'll show you again for the month of August to September. I would like to get this salary slip for a branch demo. If I say okay, please look at the salary slip for first employee, ID7 or ID7, that's all to salary processes for the month of August and September. The next field is the master detail. This is there. We have to fill the Chalan master to get the Chalan master report from system for the month of 2. For this particular employee, this was the Chalan detail, the BS account, the deposit date, check number, and other details. Chalan master detail display. I'll show you the reports available with this payroll. I'll show you the yearly reimbursement report. I'm expecting any employee. I'll just select the month. From the month April to September, I would like to see for the branch demo. So someone show me a report on the basis of what we have discussed. For the employee ID 7 in the month of June, we dispersed 1,000 rupees, and in the month of August, we dispersed amount 1,000 rupees. The next report is for investment. So I would like to check what investment the employee declared for this particular financial year. We can get that employee 7 declared 50,000 rupees investment under section ATC, and employee 125 declared 50,000 rupees under ATC in this particular financial year as an investment. The process salary report. What we have processed till now, we can get from this report. If we want to check for the September month what we have processed, system will show me that we processed this much amount for this particular employee in the month of September. Next screen is head total screen. I would like to check it for the month of September. The head total screen, head total report, what we dispersed in the month of September as a basic, the name of conveyance, in the name of SRA, what we deducted in the name of education fees, higher education fees, PF, personal loan, the name of PDF, what we have deducted in the month of September, the head total report. Professional tax, if we deducted some professional tax from 5A is available if we deducted professional tax from a particular employee's salary. The disbursement statement. This is what we give to our bank. This is no data basically. For this particular section criteria, I'll show you for the month of say June and say okay. Then there is a report that this is the bank transfer date. For the month of June 2010, this must be got transferred to this particular bank account. There will be disbursement statement. The next report is gratuity report. If we disperse some gratuity, the next is register report. For the month of, say, September, we would like to get this particular report for a particular branch demo. You can get the wages register in this form, the attendances, earnings, deductions we did, and the total, which is unemployed. The listed will be unemployed, and the totals are here. Basically, have totals again, deduction part, and the earnings part. This is the wages salary sheet. Now I'll show you the master details report for the month of June, as we created a master there. You can check it. For June, we created this Challan master. What master we created, and this is the detail for that. Yes, this much is CDS, this was the SS, this was the ESS for the month this. For the check number this, we deposited the number or voucher number was that, the SR code is this, and the deposit date in this month, and the interest amount was 0 if we maintain there. I'll show you loan status report. I'd like to check it for the demo branch only. If I say OK, report will come that these employees have taken this kind of loan from company. The total loan amount is this much and this much. Total loan amount is 10,000. Loan recovered up to last month is 6,000 rupees. The balance to be recovered is 4,000 rupees. And updated one. Canceling this. Full and final. I'll show you this report later. These are the ESI forms available with this payroll: ESI Form 3, Form 5, Form 7, ESI Challan, and ESI Monthly Register, Registration Process, and ESI. I'll show you this. Come to the PF Form 5. If you want to take it out from system, you can. This will be the format for Form 5 of PF. I'll directly take you to the PF Challan for the month of, say, September. The bank you can select, and the deposit is, say, 011010. The department is none, and if I say demo and say OK, this will be the Challan. So the end one revised, one to be as we can get from system. I'll show you the PF Challan in the staged manner for the month of August. If I say OK, this will come from 9th Challan. Just for PF Challan we can get from system. Closing this. In the same manner, we can get other forms for 9, 10, 11, 3A, 6A. I'll show you Form 3. 6 in demo. 6. Okay. This will be the Form 3. For the month of April, May, June, what we deducted actually in these months. Form 3A. Form 6A, I'll show you. Form 6A. I'll show you few PDF reports. Form 16 is available. This was applied for this particular financial year and for a particular employee. And choose. Okay. This will be the Form 16 for employee ID 7. Report we can get from this one. Form number 16. CDS monthly register for the month channel. Say OK. And this will be your CDS monthly register in the June, July, August till September what we deducted. I ask for the TDS report for the month of August to September, you say, okay, this will be the completed report for every employee, what we deducted, what billing we processed, what gratuity TDS we processed, we have received, and so deducted is under 10 rupees the TDS from this particular employee payroll processing, and this is the interest we deducted. We can get from 12 DA from system for the month 10/11 for the year 2011. Actually, and if I say okay, it will be from 12 DA for the purchases what we have taken this part administration Gupta, and this is for employee ID next, and this is what we processed for this particular employee ID 7. 20,000 was the amount, 2,000 is recovered by employee, and this is for basically the particular amount in the purchases category. What tax is being deducted for this particular thing. Now, after this report, I'll show you the full and final settlement screen. Sure. So, and full and final settlement calculation of the processing and getting these reports from payroll. I'm going to show you this. To calculate full and final for a particular employee, we need to do some things in setup first. If we want to calculate the full and final, for this particular employee, we first need to create a check, this particular checkbox module. It's mandatory under human resources. This termination date needs to be here, and with the termination reason, only then we can process this full and final calculation. What we can maintain here is we can get the employee number, the employee name, and this will come up automatically, and as soon as we press this button calculate, salary to be disbursed will come, the reimbursements to be disbursed will come, leave encashment. If we didn't disburse any leave, then this will come automatically in this particular box. Other addition, if we want to give, after some calculations, we did manually out of the system. The deductions, all the deductions will come up here. Other deductions, if we want to make them manually, enter the name of other deduction, and this is out of system. Actually, the gratuity amount is applicable for that particular employee. The final amount and the settlement amount is, and we can add a settlement amount if this is settled with me and that particular employee. To give the settlement GL account, and the balance amount will come up automatically. We can generate a report from here only. We can generate a service list from here only, and we can create a general voucher from here only. This is the full and final calculation screen. So now what I have shown you is the payroll processing, the human resource processing, and certain setups for payroll and human resources. This is all in this payroll demo.